Hi, and welcome to this tutorial showing you how to make this background stamped sunflower card using Inktense watercolour pencils. I'll be using the Penny Black Sunshine stamp, the transparent set Gratitude, and the cling set Inspiring. I'll also be using Penny Black's Mix and Match cardstock, Sticks and Stones and Coral Reef. To start, I've got my pencils laid out ready and I've stamped my sunflower using VersaFine Toffee ink. Take cadmium yellow pencil and colour the sunflower petals. Don't worry if you leave any white areas, as these will be covered once you go over with water. Take a paintbrush and go over the coloured area. I use a paintbrush that has a water barrel with a valve in it that controls the amount of water that can go through to the brush. Before beginning, make sure the brush is clean. Lightly go over each petal in a circular motion. As you can see here, the colours actually come out more vivid once the water is added. I do a few petals at a time, and then I lightly dab with a clean piece of tissue paper to soften the colour. This also acts to add a little bit of highlight to the area. Once you've coloured all the petals, begin to colour the centre. This gives the petals a chance to dry a little. For this I'm using Sienna Gold. Repeating the same process, I'm lightly colouring over the whole of the area. I'll clean my brush and then add water, again in a circular motion. Letting the centre of the sunflower dry, I take golden yellow and again lightly add from the base of the petals some colour. This helps to gradually build up the colour in the petals. I'm not going right to the edge. Again, clean my brush, making sure there is enough water in there. And then from the base of the petal, fan out the colour. Again, I work on a few petals at a time. Once I've coloured from the base, I then clean my brush and then work from the tip of the petal back in again so that it blends both colours together. Whilst this section dries a bit, I then return to the centre of my flower. This time I'm going to use Willow to go round the edge of the flower. I'm not going all the way to the centre, just roughly a third in. And again, I'll clean my brush, work from the edges out to the centre, and then from the centre out to the edge again, to blend the colours in. Then I'm going to take Sienna Gold and I'm going to just do the very base of the petal, not going quite as far as with the previous colour. Then I'm going to take my water brush and I'm going to work as before from the base of the petal outwards, doing a few petals at a time. As before, I clean my brush and then work from the tip of the petal back to the base again to blend the colours in. To finish off the centre of the flower, I then take saddle brown and go round the very edge of the centre. As you can see, I've not gone in as far as I have on the previous stages. Again, colour with water to finish. Then I'm going to take some antique linen distress ink and I'm going to distress the edges and a few of the white areas, leaving the centre of the paper clear. Once I've done this, I'm then going to take wild honey and I'm going to go around the edges again, not going in quite as far this time. I'm using an ink blending tool for this process and a circular motion, working from the craft sheet onto the card. This way you don't get any hard lines. Next I'm going to take Spice Marmalade and go round the very edge of the card, not going in quite as far as I did with the wild honey. Take some Coral Reef Mix and Match cardstock and cut a card blank using Spellbinders Labels 23. Ink the area with Inspiring, which is a wood grain background stamp, and Habanero VersaFine ink. Repeat stamp the pattern all over the card. You'll be able to see clearly where you have last stamped to make it easier for stamping the next portion. Mount the sunflower stamped image onto Sticks and Stones cardstock and add some polka dot ribbon. Stamp Best Wishes and then mount onto the card to complete. Here is a list of the materials. Please pause if you wish to view them for longer. Thank you for watching. For further details, please visit my blog at candronikucradcraft.blogspot.co.uk.